Hello everyone, it's SpawnPoint and welcome back to another video. So a couple of weeks ago I picked up the new iPhone 12 Pro Max for myself. If you didn't know already, I film all of the videos on this channel with my iPhone, so I thought it was worth going for the latest one just to see if I would see a slight improvement over my 11 Pro Max. So I'm going to do a quick unboxing along with my first impressions of this new iPhone, and I've got a few cases as well that I'm going to be trying on, so we'll see what you think to those. Then over the coming weeks, I'm going to reveal how I shoot my videos on this channel. So if you're interested in seeing that, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also let me know in the comments if you're interested to see how I actually do this. So first up, the box itself. So while the normal 12 comes in a white box now, the Pro models actually come in a black one. And just like the other iPhone 12 models, this one doesn't come with a charging plug or a brick at all. And that's how they're able to keep the box so thin. And quickly comparing the box to my 11 Pro Max from last year, you can really see the difference here. It's probably about half the thickness overall. So sliding the top of the box off, the first thing you can see here is the iPhone itself, and this looks really good. I really like the look of this. So you can see here I've gone for the graphite colour. So a few weeks ago, if you saw the video on my channel, I did an unboxing for the 12 Pro as well, and I did that in the Pacific Blue. And I really like the look of it, and I picked that one up for my wife, but personally, I was holding out for the graphite in the Pro Max, and I'm really happy that I did. Yep, I'm definitely happy with this choice. It looks really nice. I love the grey, the graphite grey on the back. It feels awesome to hold as well. Obviously, I've already held the Pro, so the 12 Pro model I held a couple of weeks ago. That felt really nice as well. But I'm comparing this to my 11 Pro Max, which obviously is the same size. Yeah, it feels great. Actually, it feels more comfortable in the hand than I was expecting. Then we've got the USB-C lightning cable, and we've got this little sleeve that contains the SIM card needle and the Apple stickers. And that's pretty much it. So there's nothing else in the box at all. So what I like about this year's iPhones are the sharp edges. Rather than being rounded, it's kind of what we're used to seeing in the past. It looks modern, it still looks clean. It obviously resembles the old iPhone 4s and the 5s that we're used to seeing, so it feels quite nostalgic at the same time as feeling new as well. So I was worried that the edges would feel quite sharp or hard when you're holding it, but do you know what, it actually feels more natural. So as I'm holding it in my hand and I rest my little finger underneath the phone sometimes when I'm holding it, it actually feels more comfortable, which is not what I was expecting at all. So as I went for the graphite colour, it means that the back is graphite and the sides, well, it's kind of a steel band. It's like mirror-like, to be honest. But as it's glossy, rather than a matte finish like you would get on the 12s, I'll tell you what, it is a fingerprint magnet, seriously. So in the few minutes that I've been holding this just now, it's picked up so many fingerprints, I'm literally wiping it every 5 minutes. And the front of the phone now has a ceramic shield, which supposedly is 4 times less likely to break over last year's 11. One thing to note though is this only applies to the front, so the back we're still going to need to protect that from, with a case in case you drop it or you scratch it and so on. And then down the bottom we've got the lightning port, we've got the speaker and the microphone ports as well, and we've got the usual volume buttons and the mute button and the power button on the side. So not much has changed here, it looks kind of exactly the same as the previous phones that we're used to seeing. Comparing the look of the phone to last year's 11 Pro Max, you can really see the difference here, so the edges are a lot cleaner and a lot sharper. I definitely really like the look of this modern style. Size-wise, it's slightly bigger than last year's 11 Pro Max. I mean, we're talking just a couple of millimeters, and it weighs exactly the same, so you've got no concerns with that. But overall, it looks good. I like the feel. Yeah, this is really nice. So the first thing that I always do is I add a screen protector to my phone. Now, obviously, it sits on my desk for like 99% of the time, but I'm not taking any chances. And the feedback and the reviews that I've seen online suggest that the 12 this year is really easy to scratch. So I usually just buy a cheap one off Amazon, to be honest. It's, nothing special. But this year I've got a Spigen one, and this is practically foolproof. So it's got this hard plastic shell, you peel it off, you stick it on, you leave it for 30 seconds, and you've got a practically bubble-free experience. It's really easy to do. But one thing that I don't like, this is feedback for Spigen, to be honest, is I don't like the fact it's got a cut-out hole at the top. Now, usually the screen protectors that I go for, it's a full screen, so it goes edge to edge, and it's got a tiny little hole where the speaker would be, but that's it. And I really don't like this look across the top, so this might even be something that I change based on this look alone. So the 12 Pro Max comes again with an OLED screen, and this measures 6.7 inches, so it's 0.2 inches bigger than the 11 Pro Max that we had last year, and it's 0.6 inches bigger than the 12 Pro. But as it's OLED, it means it's viewable from practically any angle, and it's really clear as well, and it's really bright. So it's slightly brighter than the normal 12 and the 11, and again, any content you view on this will look awesome. So another thing that I always do is I keep my phones in a case, and the main reason for that is because I do record all of the videos on this channel with my iPhone, it means that my phone is in and out of a tripod quite frequently, and it's in and out of my DJI Osmo as well, my gimbal. So I need to make sure that I'm protecting it, I'm not scratching the sides every time that I pull it in and out. So I've got a few here that I've picked up. I've got the official Apple leather case, and I've got a few that Spigen sent out to me a couple of weeks ago just to test out to see what I think. So going through these quite quickly, the first one here we've got is the tough armor case. Now this is really thick. This looks like it would do a great job of protecting it if I was to drop it. And then on the back it's got a tiny little flap where you can pull this out and it allows you to stand your phone. So you can kind of stand it up if you're watching YouTube or watching a movie, for example. Then we've got this ultra hybrid case, and this is just a transparent and rubbery case. It looks okay. It'll obviously do a fine job of protecting it. This is the liquid air. So this is my favorite of the lot, to be honest. This looks really thin. It feels nice. So yeah, I like the textured design as well. This is probably my favorite one. And this is the slim armor case. So this looks like it would do a great job of protecting it if I was to drop it. And then on the back, there's a very small flap or a slot. And if you move this out, it actually lets you keep up to 2 cards in here. So this is actually quite a cool idea. So this is a great way to have a card on you as a backup if you haven't got your wallet with you. And the thin fit case, well, this looks really clean. It looks really minimal. It's just got the brand in here at the bottom. And this feels nice as well. This is quite soft touch. I do like this one. This is really clean. And lastly, the black leather Apple case, which to be honest, this is overall my favorite. It's super clean. It shows the Apple logo on the back. It feels great. And the detail as well, there's a detail on the leather here is really nice. So yeah, this is my favorite. This is definitely going to be my daily case that I use. Around the back, we've got these 3 lenses. We've got the 3 cameras, and these all look great. So you've got the ultra wide, the wide, and the telephoto lens. Now they not only look great, but the biggest difference this year is they all have night mode, whereas last year it was only the wide lens that had it. This means that we can shoot in low light with all 3 lenses, although the ultra wide isn't still quite as good as it should be. So the ultra wide lens, when you're using it, it's really noisy in comparison to the other 2. So just like with the Pro, the 3 lenses now are 12 megapixels. So you've got the ultra wide is an f2.4, the wide is an f1.6, while the telephoto is an f2.0. Now a slight improvement which should make taking photos a little bit better, especially in low light. And it also comes with the new LiDAR sensor on the back. Now this will make a difference for night mode, although it's probably more beneficial for AR in the future. Another new feature is the ability to now record videos in Dolby HDR. Now, I've not been able to test this out, and I've not watched any other videos that has this capability yet. So I'm not entirely sure if I will use it myself, but it's definitely something I will be giving a go. So yeah, the new cameras, it'd be great to see how my new videos in the future, after this one at least, will compare to my previous videos that I've always been using my 11 Pro on. And also the battery this year has had a slight improvement over last year's, but to be honest, as long as I get a full day out of it, which I usually do, and that's even with sat there recording for like 2 or 3 hours, then I'm happy. Now, it's pretty rare that I don't stick it on charge each night as well, and it's very rare that I actually need to charge it during the day. So price-wise, well, I went for the 256GB option because I need the memory, and that cost me £1,200. But then I always sell my old iPhone, so I sold my 11 Pro Max for £750. So that means all in, it cost me about £450 to upgrade, which to be honest, I don't think is too bad. But that's obviously for the new look, another year's warranty, and a slightly better camera. So I always go for the Plus or the Max models. I just prefer them. They feel better in my hand. And last year I did a Pro versus Pro Max video. So if you want to check that out, most of the points that I raised in that video will be exactly the same this year. So yeah, overall I'm really happy with this phone. I love the look, I love the feel, and I love the cases that are available for it. So it'd be good to get some footage over the next coming weeks to see how that compares to what I've created previously. Probably no difference at all. So has anyone else picked up any of the new iPhone 12s this year? Whether that's the 12, the 12 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, or the 12 Mini? Which one did you go for? So you've just made it to the end of another video. Thank you very much for sticking with me to the end. This has definitely gone on for a lot longer than I was expecting, so I apologise for that. But if you can drop a like on this video, because it really does help me out, it really does. It especially counters the people that seem to dislike my videos within seconds of going live. And also, if you can drop a Pro Max with an Apple icon, I will know that you're still here at the end. So I know that you've stuck with me, you've sat through this video, you've listened to all of my ramblings, so I really appreciate that. And if you've got any questions or suggestions for another video, drop those in the comments as well. And I hope you've enjoyed this, I really do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Until next time.